Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is able to hear me and everyone is able to see my screen. If possible, can someone please confirm if you are able to hear me clearly and able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can.
Yeah, thank you. So what I am discussed yesterday is we discussed about centralized logging. That's a concept we discussed. That is a one of the framework called as a ELK. Okay, where ELK stands for Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. There are three independent components combined into one stack, that is the ELK stack. Okay, especially this is useful for what exactly this is useful for centralizing the logging in microservices. That is a one of the use case, but you can use any of the scenario. Okay, any of the scenario you can use it. Sir, I have a large data I need to store, I need to search, and the volume of data is very high, and I want to search very quickly. Mostly for analytical purpose, also we can use ELK. ELK is a lot of benefits. Okay, as yesterday some of the participants mentioned that ELK itself is having a separate skill set where a lot of openings on ELK also. But we don't want to go there. So just like in a microservices distributed architecture, okay, one of the challenging factor is our log files are spreading into different locations. And if you want to troubleshoot any use case where a couple of microservices are involved in the communication, we don't want to go to each and individual microservice, check the logs and troubleshoot that. Rather than that, we are going to centralize all the logging entries at one place so that I can backtrack or I can debug, I can uh, troubleshoot easily. That is the point here. Without writing any single line of code, I can see the centralized logging UI framework. How it is going to happen here? By default, in this diagram, microservice 1 is giving some log files, microservice 2 is giving some log files, microservice 3 is giving some log files. It is going to read all the log files and it is going to add the indexes. I mean, index is not part of that, okay? But it will going to convert that logging entry. It's going to convert the logging entry into JSON object, okay? And it is going to keep that, okay? And also it has a UI with where we can see the log files. 1 second. Prior to that, I'll start this ELK, guys. It will take some time to start ELK. So let me go to C colon. I'll explain also installation. Elasticsearch bin. Let me start Elasticsearch. Yeah, just like in the meanwhile, it will start it, sir. Okay. And so that Kibana will point to Elasticsearch and Elasticsearch can be. So Logstash is a combining tool, pipeline tool we call. Logstash is a pipeline tool which is combining our microservices log files to the Elastic engine. Otherwise, if at all my microservices are spread or it is in different locations, okay, my microservices are in different locations. Server 1, one microservice, server 2, another microservice, server 3, another microservice. What I'll do, I will install Logstash component in each and every server. Server 1, server 2, server 3. I'll point all these Logstash point to same common Elasticsearch engine, which is a NoSQL database, so that I can do. Any of the thing is fine. Okay. Also, latestly, instead of Logstash, I can also have FileBit, a small component. In the Logstash also, they recently upgraded to FileBit also. Logstash is 20 MB, right? FileBit is 2 MB. So that is also fine. But I mean, you can install Logstash also. FileBit is also anything is here. So FileBit will point to Logstash, Logstash to Kibana, and that is the architecture. So this is what so far I explained. Okay. I'll explain, guys. Once again, localhost colon 9200. Yeah, I think it's good. Now let me go to Kibana. Let it take its own time. Sir, any questions, sir, before I proceed further? As of now, everyone is clear. Okay. So at a high level, Elasticsearch is a NoSQL database that is based on Lucent search. There is a powerful algorithm services. It will search within a few milliseconds. Any kind of data, database data, mostly Lucent searches for NoSQL. A JSON objects, file system objects, it can search very quickly. That's how it is created. And that is Elasticsearch. And Logstash is a pipeline tool that accepts the logs from different sources and exports into different targets. Kibana is a visualization UI layer which helps the developer to monitor the application logs. ELK. Right? So a log file, first it will process by Logstash. Processing means what? It will capture the log entry from the log file and it converts into data processing engine. It is going to convert into data processing engine. Okay. And it is saving the data into the Elasticsearch, and I can see from the Kibana. Data processing, data storage, data visualization. All these three are available in ELK with the free of cost. No licensing cost is required, and performance is also damn good. Damn good performance we can achieve. Okay. Let me check here. Yeah. Localhost 5601. Yeah, both are up. Okay. So now I'll go to the installation point, sir. I'm going to go to the installation point here. So this is where we need to download Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. I've given this information: Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. Okay. If you go there like that, if you see that, right, guys, elastic.co/downloads, where you will see Elasticsearch, Kibana, Logstash, and Beats. Just now I mentioned, right? I'll show here. Sometimes this Chrome will Elasticsearch download. You saw here? You saw here? Elasticsearch, Kibana, Logstash. Logstash, Elasticsearch, Kibana. in this particular URL, everything is available free and open ELK stack. That's it. Now we need to download, guys. If you download, you will get 3 zip files like this, sir. You are going to get 3 zip files: Elasticsearch zip file, Logstash zip file, Kibana zip file. Total 3 zip files are available here. If you download elasticsearch.zip, Kibana.zip, and logstash.zip file, you extract it. That's it. Installation is over. Downloading the zip file and extracting the zip file is an installation. Okay, guys? Extracting the zip file is a installation. Now, after that, after we extract here, we'll go to Elasticsearch. First, we need to start Elasticsearch. If I go to Elasticsearch folder, bin, we have a elasticsearch.bat file. You'll find elasticsearch.batch file. You need to start it. If you see here, this is what I started. It took some time. That's why I don't want to keep in waiting while explaining. I started here. So I went to the path where I extracted Elasticsearch. I went to the path where I extracted Elasticsearch and I used elasticsearch.bat here. Which is going to start somewhere else. You see here. Port number also you will see, sir. Somewhere else you'll see the port number. $9,200. You will see a port number somewhere else. You'll see actually, but in the log you'll see, sir. So localhost : 9,200. So this is, you need to get a REST URL. That means your Elasticsearch engine is up. So if you type this, you should get this message. That means your Elasticsearch will be up. That's what I mentioned in the slides also. Okay. I mentioned in the slide, you need to get this. After that, where we'll went to, I kept the screenshot also, guys. I kept the screenshot, Elasticsearch and localhost 9,200 and for search. Next one is Kibana. In the Kibana, you need to open kibana.yml. There is a section in the Kibana, okay, where in the Kibana I have a configuration file, that is kibana.yml file, where I need to, by default it will be commented, guys. You need to uncomment this. Okay, my Elasticsearch is in this port number. You need to uncomment this, or if you install in a summer computer, the computer address you need to mention here. You need to point our Elasticsearch engine in the Kibana. This is a point I need, sir, everything I mentioned in the slides, you can refer further also. And how you can start? Kibana.bat. You're able to see, guys? Kibana.bat. I went to Kibana bin folder. I started batch file so that it is going to start it. Kibana is now available. Yeah, you saw here. This one I was able to see, right, guys? 5601 HTTP server running at localhost colon 5601. You saw that, right? HTTP server is running at 5601. So it will load the UI. So Kibana is loaded. Elastic search engine is also there. Both are there. Now Logstash, right? Sir, so far clear? Any questions, sir, so far? Anyone, any questions as of now? Everyone is able to hear me clearly, right, sir?
Yes, sir. You can hear.
Okay, thank you. So everyone is clear. Cool. Now, what I want here, I am going to go for my microservices. Okay. So what exactly my microservices is, I have taken two microservices, sir. Just like whatever order service and payment service, right? You can integrate, sir. But I have taken two different microservices, sir. Same like the same scenario, but I have order service, DB stock service, and DB service. I'll explain. This is I developed in our regular classes. The same I'm teaching here. I'll explain here. What exactly this microservice does, I'll explain here. I have first microservice called as a DB service. What it does here? Insert the data into database. Insert the data into database. What type of data here? Stock preferences. Actually, I created a little bit of stock market application, which is for my regular microservices batch, right? So I need to explain Eureka service and all those things. I explained a small use case. Instead of auto service and payment service, I used this example. I have a DB service that is inserting the data into preference table. There is a stock preference. Everyone aware of stock market, right? People, anyone has an idea? Zerodha, ICICI Direct, Religare, Sharekhan, some of the stock market websites. I'm not sure whether you are available or not. Okay. When you log into the portal, you'll see a dashboard, guys. When you log into the portal, you'll see a dashboard. In the dashboard, you'll see what are your favorite stocks. You can add a favorite section. In banking sector, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Dena Bank, Yes Bank. In a power sector, Suzlon, Reliance Power, Adani Power, something like. In a pharma industry, Reddy Lab, Torrent Pharma, FinLabs. Okay. In a construction industry, cement, Maha, Shakti, and all those things, FMCG. So in every sector, I can take my favorite stocks. What is the use here? Whenever I log in, the stock market application will load my preference. Mr. Vijay is interested towards to 50 stocks, and it will load that 50 stocks information with the latest and greatest prices. Stock 1, what is the latest price? Stock 2. In one UI, I can see my favorite stocks latest prices. Correct, right? That information I want to capture here. So the first service is stock preferences. So what exactly the output here is? Okay. Vijay, Yes Bank. Vijay, Dena Bank. Vijay, Reddy Labs. Vijay, Reliance Industries. Something like this will be the output which is going to save the data over here. Okay. There's the first microservice which I have. And I have a second microservice. I have a second microservice, which is a stock service. Where if Vijay is logged in into the app, we'll call this stock service. Okay. What it does here, it has two tasks here. This stock service is having two tasks. What is the main functionality? Loads the user dashboard with favorite stocks, latest and greatest prices. Loads the user dashboard with a favorite stock, latest and greatest prices. So what I'll do here, it has a couple of steps here. Step 1. Step 1. Vijay is logged in. Will call DB service with Vijay. Then what I'll get here? Output will be Yes Bank, Dena Bank, Reddy Labs, Reliance. That's the step 1. And step 2. I have a step 2. What exactly is step 2? Will call third-party service like Yahoo service to get the real-time price, real-time quote for the favorite stocks. That's how it is going to load the dashboard. That's how it is going to load the dashboard. So I have two microservices, sir. These two microservices are these two microservices. The functionality of this is this. Clear, everyone? Any questions on the two microservices? Just like I wrote a code. We are not interested on the business logic. We are interested on DB service log files, stock service log files. I want to see in one dashboard. DB service log files and stock service log files. I want to see. Okay. Yeah. As of now, everyone is clear. Any questions so far? As of now, clear? Any questions so far, guys? No one is responding. Okay, I hope you clear. Everyone is clear, guys. Okay. Now these two services are registered to Eureka. I have not used API gateway here, just like I have registered through Eureka service registry. These two are connected to service registry. Service registry. This is connected. That is connected. Okay. This is how my application. This is all about my application. I hope everyone is clear. This is listening on the port number 8300. Okay, API gateway is also there. Sorry. Okay. This is on the port number 8300. This is my port number 8301. This is the port number of 8300. This is a port number of 8301. And my service registry and gateway, which is 8761. I have a service registry as well as API gateway with the 8761. This is a technical details. Okay. Right. Now, just like I'll go to the normal code here, guys. A simple code, nothing else. Okay. I have a model object code. This is my preferences, right? ID, username, and code. Something like that. If Vijay is interested in these tasks, ICICI, SBI, PNB. So what I did in this example is my DTO is different. My database is different. DTO means front end. Correct, right? Data transfer object. Intentionally I wrote, I don't want Vijay to be repeated every time. Like this, comma separated. This is my input. I need to save like this here. This is my input. I need to save like this here, where DTO is a username, which I'm saving. ICICI, SBI, PNB, and in the database, which I'm going to save here like this. Okay. And for that, I created a codes.java and I convert codes.java into code into codes.java. DTO to business object to DTO object. This is the normal data, the regular practice. Mostly, sir, our model object matches with UI object. Sometimes it may not match. This is the case. I wrote this code where conversion of DTO to model object to DTO class. I hope everyone is getting clarity what I'm teaching, right? Now, code repository, having a derived query, find by username, so that I can call this to get the list of ports for a particular user. And here I have the regular logic here. where I used Java 8 API, streams and map. One line, I will query, I will get, I will save it. In one line, I will save and I'll query. So I wrote a complete data here. Please, I mean, just like entire code I wrote here. Streams and map, who are not having an idea on Java 8 streams and map, a real-time example I have given here. Converting two things you can learn: model object to DTO, DTO to model object, as well as saving a collection into database with one line of code with the streams and map. That is what I added here. Self-explanatory code here. Okay. So with the DB service, I can add the stocks, one endpoint, as well as I can get the preferences. Two things here: adding as well as getting preferences. And this service is registered to Eureka. Enable Eureka client. Enable Eureka client is, this is what it is. It is registering to Eureka client. Okay. Enable Eureka client, it is having. After that, we'll go to the configuration. My service name is DB service. It is listening on the port number. Register with Eureka true. Fetching from the register is true. And 8761 I need to locate. And this is what I will add a logging file. All the log I want to add here. C:\Kibana log elkm service dot log. C:\Kibana elkm service dot log here. C:\Kibana elkm service dot log, which I am expecting. Okay. So by default, this is a service I'm going to verify, DB service, and this is a service I'm going to expect here. So which is typically having this. All the entries which will go to C:\Kibana log elkm service dot log, where I wrote logging, logger factory, logger.info. This is the log I am adding. You will see this log. This is our real topic, sir. You will see this log on the Kibana dashboard. Understand? Sir, understand, sir, everyone? You are going to see this particular log on the Kibana. How it will come? My microservice is giving this log, and Logstash is going to send to Elasticsearch, and from Elasticsearch, I can see from the Kibana dashboard. Okay. Next, this is about first microservice, guys. And I'll go to second microservice. Here also I wrote a code here. Stock service. Okay. I wrote a log, stock service request. I wrote a log, stock service request. Intentionally, I wrote ST capital. Oh, I mean, just like where we'll see, is it our log or not? For that purpose, I wrote here. So which is getting the stocks prices, getting the stock prices. So whenever I hit this, I'll get these prices, something like that. I queried the data here. Okay. And this is stock price. And here it is connecting to 8301 and 8761. I will log elkm service dot log. This is my second microservice. And Eureka service, just like enable discovery service. enable Zool proxy, enable Eureka server, and gateway. I route the routes, Eureka service, port number 8761, and I wrote a Zool configuration. Prefix is API, DB service route to 8300, stock service route to 830. So everything is same, guys. This is our code, guys. Clear, right? So can I go further, guys? Any questions here? Okay, I will clear all these logs, sir. I cleared everything here. C::Kibana log, nothing is there. Now let me start my microservice. First, let me start here. Eureka service. Registration service, I need to start it, right? Yep. Yes. Now you see here my Eureka localhost colon 8761. There are no instances registered currently. My Eureka is up. Now let me start my DB service. Yes, my DB service is started. You saw here, DB service is started. Next, stock service. In the meanwhile, I can see our log file is generated, sir. You saw here, just now it is generated our log file. This is our log file. A log file is generated here. You saw that, right? It is adding 16 KB. I think it's done. So I can see here. Yes, two services are registered, DB service as well as stock service. That's it. Now my log is done. I started Elasticsearch. I started Kibana. I started my microservices. Now what is pending, sir? What exactly pending? Sir, I started my microservices. I started Kibana. I started Elasticsearch. Only Logstash, right, sir? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I will go to Logstash. And in the Logstash, I have a configuration. I need to mention the path, right, guys? Here in the bin folder, Logstash configuration file here. I'll mention go to C::Kibana log elk mservice.log. Please go through the path and begin. There are a lot of Ruby. This is developed in Ruby. Little bit of Ruby. Okay. If you want to mention multiple files also, you can mention file 1, file 2, file 3, something like that. So this is the path which I'm mentioning. Read this log file and please send the log information to localhost, now Kibana, our Elasticsearch. Okay, that's it. Now I need to start it. How I need to start it is log stash -f file name. I need to start this file. Log stash -f, the configuration file. Hey, please start the log stash with the configuration so that yeah, it will take. Now you'll see every log conversions are here. You will see it is going to read the log file and it will convert into JSON. It will convert into JSON. Little bit of time it will take. Yes, you're able to see it's converting into JSON. For example, sir, I'll take one entry, sir. Application version -1. This is the one log entry. I'll show you how it is converting. Let me go to log file, C:\Kibana log elkm service.log. What I'll do is I'll go to this application version is -1. This entry, I will show you how it is converted to JSON. Okay. This is my log entry, sir. This is my log entry. This is the log entry. And you will see a JSON. This is my it is converting like this. This is my computer. I went here. I found the log. This is a timestamp. And this is the message. It is coming. This is how it is converting into JSON format. The log is getting converted into JSON format. And this information is already moved to Elasticsearch. Now, how to see this data? Go to my Kibana. You have an option of discover. You have an option of discover. Where all the data is available here. All the data is available here. New to old. Why it is still showing old? Okay. Now we will So this is where if you see the log file, this is the log file. We can see this log file. Somehow this timestamp is showing wrong, but no issues. Now let me hit sir. I will hit an endpoint here. So what is my URL here? I will hit one of my endpoint here. API slash DB service slash rest slash DB slash Vijay. '8761 API slash. Okay, this one I will take here. I'm hitting my endpoint. API slash DB service slash rest. I'll not get data because I don't have a data, but I'll show you a log file, sir. Okay, I'll hit it. You saw no data here. I think this is somehow it stopped actually. We'll see here. That's why we'll see here. Elasticsearch is unreachable. It is struck, I think. Somehow it is struck. 9,200. Yes, now it is up. Yeah. It's running. Now let me hit Kimono dashboard. Yeah. Yep. Now what I'm going to do, sir? I will hit this guy, Vijay. You see, guys, an entry will come here. You saw here, DB service get quotes Vijay, this log. This is what I wrote a log, right, sir? DB service get quotes log. This is the entry I wrote, right? In my microservice. DB service get quotes Vijay. I'll go to the code. I'll show you. DB service get quotes. You saw that? This log is printed. Now it went to here. I will query here. I'll search using Vijay. It should come. Yes. Yes, you saw April 16, 2024. You're able to see this log? You're able to see this log? DB service get quotes Vijay. You're able to see that, right, sir? In Kibana dashboard. Whatever the log I added in the microservice, I was able to see this. Now I'll hit one more microservice, stock service. Okay. Which is stock service rest slash stock slash Vijay. I'll hit it, guys. You'll see here. Now you saw here stock service request. That's what I wrote, S capital T capital. This is that it is giving this particular log file. You're able to see that? This is the log I captured. Whatever the log is captured, which is where I wrote inside my stock service. You saw here? Now I will print here. Let me give Vijay. Now you saw here, DB service came, stock service came for Vijay. You saw here, stock service request. Why it is not moving? I have an option to see clearly this one. Only it is giving me this place. Copy value. This is my Kibana dashboard. You saw here stock service request, Vijay. So this is what Kibana dashboard I was able to see. Whatever the log I added in the microservice. So end-to-end projection, whatever the log I added, Logstash is converting into JSON, and this Logstash is pumping the data to Elasticsearch, and from Kibana I can able to see this. This is how you can easily integrate. What is the role of our developer here? Just like I will log somewhere else into the log file, and in the Logstash configuration, I'll mention the path. That's it. In the Logstash configuration, I'll mention the path here so that it is going to take care. This is how in real time you can plug in with ELK stack. Any questions, guys? Anyone? As of now, any questions from anyone, guys?
Sir, one more question. Does this Logstash or ELK have a facility to email or text or something?
You want to
Whenever
send an email?
Is it possible?
Yeah, I think Kibana have an email option is there. You can configure email. You need to write some pattern, index observability. You need to write some patterns here where logs, metrics, and you need to have some email. Yes, you have an option. We need to create a rule. So a lot of things are there. So you can draw the graphs. Whenever there is an error comes, you have a monitors. Lot of things are in ELK. And this ELK itself is a separate experts are there on this. Okay. But yeah, we have an option. And you'll get an email board, dashboard also. Today's revenue this much. Today's loss is this much. You'll get emails also. So a lot of things are available here on ELK. So just like we use it for only our log monitoring, observability pattern, log monitoring is one of the use case where in real time we'll see our log files on the Kibana dashboard.
Okay.
Any other?
So my question is where we configure the Logstash with the microservices?
It's only log file, sir. It's a very good question. Okay. I'll not configure my Logstash with microservice, sir, because Logstash independent. What is Logstash here? In this diagram, I will only know, I want to know the log file. There is no direct connectivity between Logstash and my microservice. My microservice is giving some logs. I know the path where the log is coming, and I'll give the path in that Logstash, not microservice details. It can be anything. Logstash is loosely coupled. It can work with any framework which is giving some logs. Got it?
So,
then-
so again, what is the configuration you mentioned
Okay.
there?
Okay. I just explained right just now. One
Then
second, sir.
how
One second.
read?
One second, sir. One by one, I'll take it. Okay. Here in the Logstash, I explained this already, but I'm explaining again. This is my Logstash configuration. C:\Kibana log elkm service.log. In this file, my microservice logs are coming. What I'm telling here, please read this file. Logstash wrote a code. Go here, read it, convert into JSON, and post it into Elasticsearch.
So again, how these logs are coming to this file?
I wrote a code in the microservice, right? You're not listening, sir, class. Okay.
No,
I wrote a code. Yeah, I wrote a code logger.info.
Yes, yes. So the
This,
configure properties file, open that one.
yeah, logging file.
Logging that file, okay, okay. That logs will go there.
Oh, okay, right. This is my microservice log.
So this file could be anything, right?
Anything.
Okay, okay.
It can be anything. Having separate format. Okay. Yeah, Vinod, go ahead. Your question. Now you got question. I'm not sure, is it Vinod or who is that?
Yeah. Actually, I joined late.
Yeah, I know.
My question is also like how log trace will be read microservices log and
That's
push the that log converting into JSON. But yeah, just now I got clarified that because of in the application.yaml file you mentioned the path logging file that microservices.
Yes.
Like we will give any file name na? Instead
Correct.
of PCS microservices we can give
Anything.
ELK microservices 1, 2, 3 whatever it may
Anything.
be.
You can have a pattern also, sir. You can have a pattern.
Oh,
We can configure multiple files, multiple patterns, multiple regular ELK M service star.log also. Any ELK, it's something like we can have a pattern. Ruby scripting. You need to learn Ruby scripting to know the patterns.
okay.
Something, this is only Ruby.
Yeah, I got it, that one. This whatever we mentioned, that C:\Kibana, we have to add same path here.
Correct. In the whatever the path I will give here, the same path I need to mention in the Logstash. That's what I need, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, this is the we integrated ELK from our project
application.
Like I have one question. Actually, we are using Splunk. Like from last 3 years, we are using Splunk only, various different projects. Like, is it the way? This is the way we are implementing like Splunk also.
You only telling that you are using Splunk, and
but I did not. We did not like we mentioned only.
Splunk is something like it's something like, but it's not similar to this. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
configure Splunk, and internally Splunk will have logs. I mean, something like Logstash, something like a Elasticsearch, something like, okay, it have internal components. In that, I'll not start individually. I'll start Splunk. I'll mention the log file path, but high level is same.
Okay. Okay.
High level is same, but I'll not start individually service 1, service 2, service 3. I'll start only Splunk service, and it will
Okay.
internally take care of all those things. But concept high level is same.
Yeah, here, okay, I know. This is very good. For example, I want to I want to check different logs, dev logs, prod logs, and SIT logs. Whenever we will hit, you will give na, like how we will configure those three.
I'll have dev Kibana, dev Elasticsearch, dev Logstash, and dev URL.
Oh, where, sir? Where we have to configure those things?
Sir, in your development computer. In your development computer only, you can install development Kibana. Development is all will not in one instance, right?
Yeah, correct.
Development will have one VM. SIT will have one VM. Lab
Yes,
will
sir.
have one VM, staging, like that, right? In the
Yes.
same instance, I will install Kibana. In the same instance, Elasticsearch. In the same Logstash. Dev hostname dot colon 5601 development log files. Staging log dot colon 5601 staging log files. It's a separate component, right? Logstash and Kibana. In my computer install, right? So that it can read my computer logs. In the development computer, I'll install these three. In SIT computer, I'll install, and in staging, so that I can get it right. Okay.
Sir, one point here. Why to have three Kibanas, three Elasticsearches? We can have.
Sir, I have
also,
three different.
And an application -dev will point to log1.log. In application.staging, I'll point to log2.staging. And
You can do that also. You can do that also. You can do one Kibana, one Elasticsearch, but different file bits, different Logstash.
Yeah,
or else if all are in same computer, if all are development in one computer, staging in another computer, lab is another computer, completely different computers altogether.
Okay, so we can actually choose one Elasticsearch as well.
Correct. Elasticsearch is one, Kibana is one, but different Logstash. Okay, guys, I have a hot stop. I need to. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. I'll share the code, guys. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you.